Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. So this video, I don't want to talk about too much in particular. Still want to cover just classic bunch of coins that are at discounted levels. Basically the entire market right now. We'll get into a couple things here, so let's jump in. We still got this AI narrative. It's still going. We've seen a bunch of different coins, still pumping out of nowhere. Lots of random ones fully taking up Solana. Um, Personally, I'm still sticking straight with culture coins. You know, Many people, I think, they feel like it's a narrative. They think it was just a meta that was just coming and then it was gonna fade away. In my opinion, again, if you guys don't know this, I've been preaching that same mentality idea for close to a year, if not longer than that. And I still have these same thoughts behind any single coin that you'd invest in. It doesn't matter what kind of coin it is, what kind of narrative it's sitting in. It's, mainly targeting community, but it's like, obviously, we're going to get new narratives, new things, new shiny objects, aka like new shiny coins launching every day, different narratives every couple weeks. But again, I'm still sticking to coins that have, a time-tested track record with their community, with several price drops, and still want to cover a few because I actually think, I made a video I think yesterday on these AI coins, or the day before, and they're still going, like I said, but I feel like it's definitely got to come to an end at some point, but that does not mean that the entire AI meme coin narrative, is something that is going to disappear. I feel like a lot of people are now like next level bullish on this narrative, even if it's dying. I feel like it's different than Mudang, even though Mudang was like, the viral animal. This is like almost like another type of shift when it comes to, these AI agent, coins, right? Even though a lot of them are straight up LARPs. But let's cover a couple coins. I kind of want to jump into some of this stuff here, but still just want to give you guys a couple coins that I've been watching and accumulating personally that, again, are still just sitting flat, not doing anything. Basically gearing up for the next leg up. It's as simple as just jumping into something, holding it, caring less about volatility in the short term and just waiting for Bitcoin to, make that next leg up. It's as simple as that, But this, I bring this coin up all the time on the channel. Mumu the Bull. It's not a low cap, it's not a micro cap, at least to me. I consider this a, mid cap to high cap for me personally, but, I know for most people, especially if you're coming from, dealing and watching people who speak on coins, in the billions, multi-billions, consistently, to them anything, like a mid cap is anything, like under $1 billion or something like that. But we got Mumu here at 120 million, fully diluted. Like I said, chart looks just incredible here. This is a Pepe and Friends style, artwork. It's the bull. It's the face of the bull run. I've just had a ton of conviction in Mumu for a long time. It's been a great, very easy hold. And same thing, like I've been saying, it is just prime area for accumulation. You don't have to do anything but just be patient, start stacking, make this a conviction bag of yours if you want, and just be patient, rotate profits in certain coins into something like this, especially when it's low before it starts to actually run. Because again, it's mainly kind of sideways. You can kind of look at it, almost like different levels of consolidation, All down here was one entire level until it broke through, came back down, and now where is it now? It's at another level, right? Another general range of price. But at some point soon, this is gonna break up again, and maybe another level if it comes down one more time. Until whenever this bull run kind of concludes, right? I do expect a lot of blow off tops though for many meme coins across the board. Doesn't matter what chain. If they have a fairly strong community, they will probably have huge pumps at some point. Once we're really in all-time highs and just even higher than that, going well into what people believe Bitcoin is going to this cycle. If we get to again, 90K, 100K, 110, I really don't know about any higher than that. Personally, I don't want to target that unless price in the next few months actually just swings right through those areas. That's something where if price does it, then by all means we'll obviously let it run. But I'm not trying to target crazy peak prices for this bull run. But anyways, bottom line, Mumu looks great here. Yeah, there's not too much to say about it outside of what I already said. Like I said, it is a long-term conviction play with Mumu here. For me personally, I do hold this, and like I said, I've held it for a while. So the other one I want to bring up here is we got Kobe. So Kobe looks very good here. If you guys are not familiar, this is another meme coin on Solana. Based on mindshare over the last few weeks, even maybe a month or so now, this has consistently held some of the top mindshare for a meme coin, sitting around, up here was at like 15, 13, 12 million. But for a coin sitting around 10 million in market cap, this had the mindshare competing with some of the top coins in the market that are sitting at 500 million to even like a billion, a couple billion, including like SPX, Popcat, with Pepe, Goat is comparing like with it before Goat really took over this past week. A bunch of very strong coins that, like I said, are sitting at valuations minimum 10 to 50 times larger than this, and it held for a while, the mind share, but it's literally just on a great dip. This to me is probably one of the easiest long-term holds as well. You don't need to treat this as like a swing trade, like to jump in and sell up here. Like, it's just be patient. I feel like with just most meme coins, for me personally, how I look at it, there's a lot of coins where you just have to buy when it's on a really good dip. It's incredibly undervalued. You almost have to take the idea of the price swings out of your head, because at some point that price can do whatever it wants in this general area, right? It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, but it's just there's no way that the value of this is going to be based strictly in between 10 and 20 million. This is going to be a 30 to 50 million dollar coin at a minimum at some point. Same thing with like Inu on Sol. To me it just reminds me heavily of Michi, and it's going to take time for the community to continue to grow, something like that. Just price swings in this general time frame, general area for a lot of coins. When they're conviction, it's just going to be a patience game, guys. I feel like that's what it is for most coins in the market right now. When unless you're trading these high risk LARP AI meme coins at the moment. Obviously a lot of them aren't LARPs, they're actually like legitimate, but what I mean is it's like you're either jumping into conviction and learning to be patient and forget about these price swings as much, or you're consistently degenning on brand new launches, which is way more high risk. But for me personally, I stick to 99% conviction plays. I don't really focus as much as I used to on new launches, especially on Sol. New launches on Sol sometimes can be hit or miss, but like I said, I think conviction is just a way easier bet to play, and especially lower market cap cults still, I think, have community members that are not willing to sell, they don't care to sell, they don't want to sell, because they know the value in their community that they've built, even though, this has not been time tested for too long, it's literally a couple months old. This to me seems like an outlier from normally, when we see coins, sometimes they take 3 months, 5 months, 6 months to actually, finally get a good range of consolidation and really start a run. But I do believe this is a great long-term hold as well. I've seen this one for a week or two now, or not even. I mean, I actually saw this one at launch. But I think to get in for the long term, like I've said many times, definitely a great area to be paying attention to. And a third one that I'm very bullish on is Aura here. Aura is now back into a potential entry area. I feel like a good consolidation for Aura has been in between about. Well, actually, no, I can just redraw this here for everyone. This is an entire range, entry range, potentially. Same exact thing. Unless you believe Aura, this coin here is just going to trend down here and trend to zero, then I would recommend not paying attention. Or, if you also believe in this coin like I do, same thing. It can do whatever it wants to do. It could chop, it could come back down, boom. Eventually, that at some point this is going to recover, have a huge run. I firmly believe that with this one. But same thing, I think at some point it's just going to gear up for another, leg up until it has a huge rip, breaking all-time highs. Maybe it does something like that. Has a huge dip or something in the future. Who knows, right? But with meme coins, it's very, very speculative already. You can't just jump into tokenomics and all this, special utility and what it's used for, what institutions are going to use what, There's a lot to do with everything from the holders, the community. But for me, it's, to me, it's just the time-tested communities I think are key to focus on. Because even if you got a lot of people that hold heavy supply with certain coins, after they've been through an entire run-up and a run-down multi-month, most of them have already sold off. And if there are people still holding, the ones that are still holding more than likely are true believers in a coin. And it takes a lot of really strong-minded whales in certain projects too, to consistently keep a project going long-term. Every project has those whales, that firmly believe in it, that don't want to sell for pennies, when they know the value of the coin long-term. But Aura is just a word very commonly used today. There's so many culture coins that I think are going to get a ton of attention once, we really do see more retail coming into the market. But Aura is just one of my favorites. Still very low cap. And still, the chart looks pretty good for what it is. It's definitely going to chop around. Almost like figure out and find a grip. Because right now, it had a nice run, breakout of consolidation. It's now back down. So for a long-term entry, this would be pretty good. But not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to jump into any coin here. Just giving you guys my ideas and certain coins that I hold as well. Because I do hold Aura as well. I hold Kobe as well. But these have come back down. And like I said, it could do anything from here. But I just have firm belief in literally all of these. And I think if we come back to this video in 6 months from now, I think all of these coins that I mentioned are going to be a lot higher than where they are now. For me, I would not be jumping into coins, obviously, that I don't think have, really good potential to run going into the next phase of this, bull run. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring up in this video. Just, more meme coins, even though I've covered most of these before already. But just wanted to bring these to your attention again because this market has been incredibly choppy, up and down, left and right. Just classic how it usually is, right? But for me, I'm playing the long game at this point. Just taking it easy, not stressing too much about price swings with certain coins going up and down. It is what it is for right now. Until we really get clarity, whether with the election or we just see Bitcoin, at least price action wise, have that super clear confirmation, that it's fully breaking structure and we are going to move in very heavy to the upside. Those are the two things I think that we really need in the market right now, because at the current moment it's very speculative. People don't know if they should be, full porting into the market or, still waiting on the sidelines with 80% of their capital. But in my opinion, I think front running the speculation in crypto is where you can make the most money, by taking that risk, jumping in when it is very questionable. Again, it is way more risky, of course, but that is where you get some of the best entries long term. And then if you compare it to if someone, like if we're all waiting for Bitcoin hit 75K, by the time Bitcoin is at what, 67, by the time we start to move, we get those couple of days of pumping where Bitcoin then does hit like 72, 73, 74, right? By that time, Solana's probably ripping to 180, 185. Most meme coins at that point are probably already going to be up another 100 to 200% from where they just were. So it's like already just by waiting for the confirmation, you're already going to be missing a lot of, like when I say generational entries, across the board, guys, with not even just memes, with AI, RWA, Bitcoin DeFi especially. Holy shit. Everything in this market is speculative as crap right now. But the entries across the board are insane. If you are going to be, jumping into stuff, just understand the risk, and that's it. I think it's just the time to be in the market. Even just dealing with the ups and downs, and being patient with it. I think that's going to be some of the best, things you could be doing at the moment. But outside of that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.